The music just shut off. 100 episodes! Yeah! Welcome to the 100th episode of Generation Dan. We have survived 3 different Gen Z hosts that have disappeared on us. We have survived COVID. We have survived me losing my phone. We have survived me proposing to someone and then cutting my face badly. We have survived Dino losing the equivalent of a linebacker off of himself. We have survived 100 episodes. Welcome, everybody.
Joey, thank you for the comments. Yes, Dino Bravo and Tony Atlas, this thing on. Yes, we were waiting on our guest who is still coming.
Yeah.
Don't worry. Bro, no one has ever waited on Atlas. They just have. We just go
and do a set. I mean, I was the one who would be on time to stuff compared to my family. So yeah, Atlas is the type to never bang a waitress after the show. True, I am engaged. Survived
shooting your pants. Also factual. Congrats on Atlas. Thank you, honey.
Thank you, Victoria.
What linebacker is $150? $160, sir. Maybe in the lingerie league. Okay?
If they're $160, probably high school. I don't know.
Freshman.
Yeah, freshman linebacker. Yeah, middle school linebacker.
I'm
but yeah,
not sure why the thing just stopped playing. It stopped playing on my side, so I was like, oh, I don't know if it's stopped playing everybody, so I just stopped.
It's okay. I'll when I edit it, I have my own thing because I'll mess with the like and subscribe thing sometimes.
Oh, I've seen it.
Yeah.
I've seen it. It's very impressive, Atlas. Very impressive.
So 100 episodes. So I had this idea a while ago after Caleb left, where I was like, many moons ago, what if we have them do like a yay, congrats 100 episodes? But I also think that would be kind of a dick move to show up and be like, hey, I know we haven't talked in a year or more.
Hey, guess who's here? Our guest.
It's our guest.
Hello.
Orchid Cameron!
Welcome.
Sorry about that.
Don't worry about it.
I tried it on my phone and my computer, and then I pulled out another computer, and I'm using a different computer. But for some reason, when I'd click on it, it would just blank.
Yeah,
that happens.
That's happened to me a couple of times where you have to restart your browser. StreamYard's weird like that.
Oh, it is? Okay. Yeah. All right. I won't feel like an old lady then.
No. Don't worry. My wife says that about my face. She's like, it's not working. And she's just pressing it. It's fine. It's very reasonable.
No, Cole? Did you guys break up with Cole?
Cole broke up with us. Yeah.
Cole broke up with me specifically. And then Atlas, who's like, listen, it's sorry. You know, we can't. It was,
Whoa.
Very weird. Yeah, well, hey.
Oh, shit. I better put my tie on.
Oh, shit. That's totally reasonable.
We haven't had guests in 15 episodes now?
Yeah, around that.
Yeah.
Around that.
So after
we all needed to
but I want to know what happened. Do you have to tell me off air about what happened?
Probably. It's like
Cole is on a rampage, bro. That is and we wish Cole the best.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I don't think he hates us. He
did just refriend me on Facebook. So
we'll
see. Who knows?
There you go.
Who knows?
Yeah.
He refriended you?
He refriended me, which I was a little bit angry about because I didn't realize he had unfriended me because I still followed him, the rat bastard.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm old and I don't know how these young people have tracking systems and they're like, I know if you unfriend me, and I'm like, I don't.
It's like those people who follow you on Instagram. You follow them back, and then they unfollow you. You're like, dude, come on.
I believe those are just prostitutes, though. That's how they do that.
No, a lot of comics do it.
They do, yeah.
Okay, and comics are also just prostitutes sometimes. That's fair. Cole has a girl now. Don't tell me.
Oh,
he must be suffering. That's how that works. The poor guy.
The last thing I saw of his was a TikTok where it's him. Or it's like him in a onesie or something. It's like me at 6 years old taking care of a 4-year-old, a 2-year-old, and twin babies, and he's fine. And then it's adult him, me in charge of one child, and he's like,
I feel like that's accurate though, right? Like when you're young, you have that ability to where you're like, oh yeah, it'll be fine. And then when you get older, you're like, it's definitely not fine. Nothing is fine. I don't know what's happening. I don't know what to do.
Well, because you're not afraid of like causing permanent damage because you don't know what that is yet.
Yeah, you can still return it to the parents. It's fair.
Yeah. So we're talking about that summertime.
Because
it is June, early June is we're recording this, and I'm sure people have summer plans and talking about what we were doing as kids and things like that. Do you guys have plans for the summer?
Well, I'm in London, England right now. So
kind
of. Yeah.
What are you doing in London?
Well, we came. I'm compiling videos. We actually went and saw Elton John in Manchester, which was awesome. A bunch of guys told me I was gay for going that, and I'm like, nah, it's all right. He didn't touch my wiener or anything, so it's fine. You know, I wouldn't let him. He gives off like mad rock star vibes, and like, but he also too like he played a couple songs that were like really long songs. Afterward, he's like, Jesus, this is so much songs, you know.
Yeah.
But then he was like so appreciative of the fans. He's like, no, thank you guys for putting up with this. Like, we appreciate you. And then all the band members were all old guys, and they were just rocking, like they were just loving it. And you're like, man, I wish I was famous. That'd be so cool. But you know,
that's like my new favorite genre of rock star or a comedian getting old. Is at one point in the show they just have a like, you guys mean the world to me, and like they tear up just a little bit. Like if you've seen Gabriel Iglesias's last special, where like he goes on for an extra 40 minutes because he's just like, I love you all so much. You know.
So I've been on a lot of big sets, like big productions, and like big stars, like very famous people are humble, grateful, kind people. People that are medium are the ones who are screaming at everybody.
It's the same thing with rich, right? Like people who have some money but aren't like they're pretending to be more rich. You're like, oh yeah, no, complete bastards. But like top tier people, they're like, no, you just have to be a nice person. You can't be a dick.
I think when you rise up to the top, it's because you're nice and people want to help you, you know?
That explains a lot about my life. Let's be honest. That's because I look like nice. Well, even now, people are just like, you definitely look like you've murdered people. I'm like, that's not. I can't say no.
Joey says as long as you didn't hook up with a guy and bang him after the show, it's not gay to see Elton John. But if you bang him during the show,
hey, Alice, how's comedy going for you? How's life?
So I was doing wedding planning stuff, and then we got into this like area where almost all of it's figured out. So I'm starting to get out and do mics again and write new material. And then would love to start doing shows more frequently. I know with like about a month or two out from the wedding, it's going to get a little hairy because it's like all the little stuff. As you get there. To the show.
No, he's saying that Orchid's right because like, people who are actually good are nice people, and they're like, it's an act. I'm entertaining people. I appreciate them. Otherwise, I die, right?
Yeah.
But then people who are really big or who aren't that big, they're like, I don't do that. And you're like, trust me, you're gonna do it, and you're gonna like it.
It's like a line graph of dickishness, depending on how rich you are. Like.
Well, you know another thing that I think is true. Once you became super famous, you stop maturing, and so when people are famous when they're 6 years old, they're like just everyone says yes to them from then on, and so they're stuck almost as like a 6-year-old in some ways.
Right.
See, I want to start a service that beats the crap out of people like that, like for a fee, a nominal fee, nothing in the face. But definitely like, phone book to the chest kind of thing, just because they have to remember how real life is, right? It's a little bit ridiculous.
Or like, or if you're going to do the face, one good slap, right?
Have you seen my hands, Atlas?
Okay, not your hands. Her hands.
I have to get those little baby hands and just like, haha, and get you,
Yeah.
I think it's not even about physical violence as much as just saying the word no and meaning it. You know, if no one in your life says no, if you get rid of all your friends who correct you, like you just become a monster of a human.
You become George Lucas.
Get me a Diet Coke. Yeah, no, that's.
I haven't met him. Is he a monster?
It's no, just because of the stuff with like the redoing the prequels and or not redoing the original trilogy with the background stuff and like
9 times.
Yeah.
And then going, well, we're not going to do Blu-ray. And you're like, really? And then they're all coming out in Blu-ray. You're like, yeah. Lucas.
My first interview as a film reviewer was Jerry Seinfeld, which was cool, right? Like as a college student writing for my college paper, like my first interview was Jerry Seinfeld. Like it was like, what? Amazing. But one of the things he said was, it was not a good movie, right? It was not a good movie, but no one questioned him. He just can do whatever he wanted. He had enough money to do whatever he wants. So like
B movie?
Yeah.
So awesome.
When he was like, oh yeah, all that like audience testing stuff, we didn't do any of that. But it's just like, yeah, you're just Jerry Seinfeld, so you can spend the money. No one is questioning you. You just spend the money on what you want and you don't check in. And it wasn't a good movie. I mean, it was okay. It was literally a B movie, right?
It was a meme. That whole movie is a meme.
But it's true, right? It's
just the curly haired okay, it's interesting because when my hair gets long, it starts to get curly.
Questions you, just it's bad. Like it's like you want to have people on your team who tell you to shut the F up or you're doing it wrong or how about try this.
and that's why I love Katie so much. She tells me to shut the fuck up regularly.
I know. So like you wanting to be married, that's a humbling experience. Like it's just the whole thing is
What's up, Sarah?
Listen, when you don't have anyone to check you in life, you're like, it's just a matter of time before you get a hard check, and that some people never recover from that, right? And I love telling people like, do you know who I am? And I'm like, no. And
why did you forget?
I don't even like. That's one. There's a show that just did that where there's a young guy in a fancy car, and they're like, he's like, do you know who my father is? Like, why? Your mom never told you? And you're like, damn that. Yeah. Oh shit. That's a mean thing. It's very funny. I am not that funny. I just tell him, I don't care. I'll just beat the crap out of you. Yeah.
The why did you forget thing is from Animaniacs, but that show is a fucking classic. I think like my half brother, he's 10 right now. He's gonna get the like someone's gonna face check him at some point.
Yeah.
When he gets older, it's gonna happen. It's not gonna come from me. It's gonna come from the outside world, and he'll deserve it. But
but every generation. Like I remember for my like as a young person, it was always in high school people got checked, and then it was like, okay, now carry on accordingly. That was your now you know where you are in the totem pole, and
you either get one of those or you either get like, you guys ever see the Family Guy where Quagmire just rips into Brian for like 2 minutes? So like you either get like a shot to the face or one of those, and then it helps you grow as a person. Anyway, super far off topic. Summertime.
You're like, what are you doing for fun in the summer?
And, getting face checked. That's what I'm doing.
So
Dino's in London.
I'm in London.
I am like at a weird place in my career where I'm like, I don't know what to do next because I have like so many options of where I can tour, and I'm like, where do I start? How do I balance my travel? How do I balance? I just need an assistant already. Like
you can get a virtual assistant. That's a good idea.
Maybe I should. I mean, I need to. So I did like 4 weeks ago. I went to Sacramento, and then the next weekend I did San Francisco, Paso Robles, Walnut Creek. And then last weekend I did San Diego, and like that's a lot of driving, right? Like that's a lot. And then I have like a handful of cities I want to go to like right away, right? Like I want to do Portland, I want to do Austin, and I'm like, but what order do I do it in? Like what do I do first? How do I plan my life? Do I still want to pay rent in Los Angeles while I'm on the road 100% of the time? You know what I mean? Like I'm at this weird point where it's like, what do I do next?
Like I know some comedians will just live in a different city and then.
Yeah. Or are you part of the writer's strike?
I'm not in the Writers Guild. So I am it's a little complicated. So because I'm in SAG, the Screen Actors Guild, as an actor.
Okay.
But SAG is going to strike as well alongside the Writers Guild. And I am not writing for a TV show, so I'm not in the Writers Guild. But I've been on TV and movies, and it was Sacramento. It's funny. Yeah, so I've been on TV. I haven't written for TV. And I do a lot of films, so I'm a writer director. So I have like an IMDb of like short films I've made and stuff like that. I've been in film festivals, so I've been paid to write, I've been paid to direct, but I'm not like Writers Guild level writer yet.
Well, thank you for explaining that to us peasants. I appreciate it greatly.
What?
It gives us aspirations. I'll tell you that.
Are you making fun of me or
no? Yes and no. Like honestly, I'm a loser. I have nothing, right? So I'm like, so I didn't know you couldn't do any of those things all at the same time. I don't know.
Yeah, so I've been paid to write and direct small projects, and I've been paid to direct live theater, and I've been paid to direct movies. But a union job is like a way bigger deal, and like it's like, you know, it's like thousands of dollars a day to be in any of the guilds for Writers Guild or Directors Guild. But I write for myself. Okay, so here's the deal. So in my 20s, I was acting and modeling, right? And I have a theater degree, and it was super frustrating because everything's written for white men, right? So like I'm always at the most the leading lady, but even then I can't. Theater is about the past. Theater is always about the past, and because I'm mixed, like Asian, white, and Latina, I look like I'm from the future. So it's really hard to be
That's fair. That's a
theater student when I look like I'm from the future and not the past. And so that was frustrating. And then when I started being in movies, I just was playing so many just like hookers and vampires. And I'm like, this is not artistically fulfilling to me. It's not artistically fulfilling. And so I started doing directing instead of acting, because then I could write my own stories and tell my own stories about whole women, not like, sorry, I'm gonna drop my coffee. Not the good girl, bad girl dichotomy. Like women are either the slutty people or they're the good girl, right? Yeah. And I wanted to tell stories of whole people, so I started directing in my 30s, and then but I don't enjoy the process of writing. Honestly, I don't enjoy writing, but I'm good at it. I'll do it, but I'd rather perform.
Same.
So. You too. Yeah, exactly. So with stand-up doesn't have a guild. There's no stand-up.
There should be.
They're trying to do that up here, and it's a shit show.
Why?
I don't think it'll work, honestly, because vampires and hookers is the Atlas card game.
100%. Well, that's the thing, is because there's no, like, this is what's happened, and it happens, I'm sure, in any sort of artistic group, is that you have people who are very good at certain things and then not good at other things. However, you know, like, I personally have seen people where they're like, oh, they're on a ton of shows, and you're like, okay, but they're never funny ever. Oh, but they also run 30 shows and tour, and you're like, oh, they have great connections and they're good with people and stuff like that, which is a huge part of being able to do that stuff. So you're going, I just hate people too much. I'm just gonna stay home and just I do this show 100 times. Yeah. It's good for me. So yeah, it's weird. Right?
I did a lot of like short TikToks and short sketches. Like my cousin told me that I have like a good amount of material about being epileptic, but they're like, you should do like TikToks about what it's like to be epileptic. So I've done a lot of that. And that's where most of the successful ones have been. Have been about like, don't call a fucking ambulance if the person is having a seizure, unless it's their first one or they hurt themselves. Because
you'll know if it's their first one. How would you know? Come on.
Well, I mean, typically if someone is, they'll tell you, right? Yeah. They'll be like, hey, we're going to a movie, has a lot of flashing lights. I'm epileptic. Don't
call an ambulance.
Don't call an ambulance, yeah.
I remember when Atlas told me and other guys in a comedy show that he was epileptic, everyone just grabbed a flashlight and just started slamming. Just
They started doing this shit.
It's not,
which
yeah,
is like
all of us. It was like 7 of us, and we're all like, watch him go, boys and girls. Yeah, I know.
That's funny. One of my TikToks has me hosting when Atlas is getting off stage. And I'm like, Atlas, give it up for Atlas, making epilepsy hot again.
Yeah.
it's the start of one of my TikToks. Yeah, I'll have to post it for you later.
I wish I was, Joey. I just bought a lemon right now, and I'm telling you right now, I've eaten so much food while in the UK that I feel like I'm gonna die. So
hey, have you done tea anywhere? Have you done tea?
Yes, we had. So we went to a place called Olton Spa for a couple days in another city, and we had high tea. It was I even wore a blazer to dinner. It was very exciting.
You love your suits, man.
Well,
so I think Americans don't understand when you get tea, it's a full meal. Like you go to a fancy hotel. They bring out tiered trays with tiny foods on them that are savory and sweet, and it's a full meal. And it's not about which fork you use. It's just tiny foods on high trays. And
listen, and when you have like giant clown hands, all the food is very, very small. So you're like, it's very fun.
I love tiny foods. I love tiny foods.
I specifically love very small spoons when they put them in a teacup, because I'll grab it and I'm like, I'm a giant. Look at me. It's a very exciting experience. This is the thing is now, I'm not sure if you're aware, Orchid. So I've lost the equivalent to a human person of fat.
Whoa.
Well,
congratulations.
I'm not sure, because I'm still very fat. It's weird. Because I've lost 160 pounds before I came to the UK. I've probably gained like 10 pounds because I have eaten like a fat pig. But at the same time, it's like I'm still 290 pounds. Like I'm still humongous. But people are like, no, you're not. And I'm like, yes, I just relax. Yes, I am.
It carries well.
Yeah. It really does. And then like I grab normal size things and people were like, how did that become so small? I'm like, because I'm a giant. I'm like a miniature giant, the smallest size giant you could buy at a giant store. That's how it works.
That's funny. Well, I weigh 135 pounds. So
I outweighed you when I was in grade 5, just to be
clear. Really? Yeah. I actually when I host my mic, I go in the corner and I say on the mic behind the curtain, I'm like, come on the stage now. She's 5'5", 135 pounds, from Orange County, California. Put your hands together for Orchid Cameron. And then I come out, I'm like, hey, thank you. I'm the loudest one to cheer for myself.
As you should. There's nothing wrong with that. Okay? You're actually funny. Like it's okay.
Women are really weird about their weight. And I'm just like, this is what 135 pounds looks like.
Listen,
you know, like
I've noticed that, and I try not to get involved in those kind of conversations.
Because it's a trap.
It's definitely a trap, and I'm a psychopath. You're like, that's not because I'll just be like, well, that's what you get, and people they don't like it when you say those kind of things to them. So it's quite it's a hard thing, but there's a lot of fat people. It's very weird. It didn't used to be that fat in the UK. I'll tell you that much.
Oh,
you know what you should do in the UK? I was married to a Brit. I was with a Brit for 10 years. So I went to England like twice a year for a long time. There's really good vegan restaurants. So like, it's not that you should never eat meat ever, but try the really good. There's even better gluten-free stuff. Like gluten-free in England is like light, fluffy, happy bread. Gluten-free in the US is like a punishment brick of a food.
Because it's usually like, oh, we don't know how to not flour. Here's or not egg or whatever.
Yeah, like a lot of desserts in the US that are gluten-free and vegan, they're like, here's a punishment for not eating meat.
Even desserts here have not been very sweet, right? Like they'll have a little bit of sugar, but they're not overly sweet. There'll be different flavors. They'll be tart, there'll be this. And so I'm like, yeah, no, that's fine. I was telling Atlas earlier, like I haven't drank pop, even like diet pop, in quite some time. It's quite sad. But right now we went to Marks and Spencer and we got this can where it's got 60% juice and it's raspberry and blackcurrant because my wife likes blackcurrant. However, it also has it's delicious. It has 23 grams of sugar, and I'm like, sweet Jesus, my brain is going nuts right now. So you're like, yeah, but it's even still like a Coke is 36 grams of sugar, so it's not it's not even that bad. But I'm like, it's quite a lot.
Jeez,
You
We're still getting used to skinny Dino. A lot of the fun guys are just not funny when they lose it. Like no one likes a skinny Al Roker or Wayne Knight. Yeah, no, it's always a gamble.
Yeah. I have become very rude, and also I'll be very mean to fat people because if I did it and I'm an idiot, if I can lose 106 pounds and I'm an idiot,
yeah, I dated a guy that was afraid of losing weight because he thought he wouldn't be funny anymore, and I'm like, you're not funny now, don't worry. I didn't say that.
I just imagine like, let's say Gabriel Iglesias, like he lost a lot of weight, right? But he's still like the fluffy guy. Imagine if he like went from that to say, I don't know, Benedict Cumberbatch, right? He's still trying to do the fluffy material, and they're like, doesn't work on him anymore.
Listen, it's true. Joey, you're absolutely right. Dino is a tart. That's a fair statement. I am a tart. Yeah. My wife gets mad at me for that kind of stuff.
Pop is so dry for you. I haven't. Pop is so bad for you. I haven't drinking in 16 years. Well, what do I do? Okay. It's
Joey,
my one addiction. Help me.
His garage on a daily basis, though. So, you shut up, okay, Joey? You don't get an opinion on what's happening.
At least you should try Zevia.
What's Zevia?
There's a stevia sweetened soda that's Zevia. You have to get the ginger ale though, because if you try to just get the Sprite version, you can taste the stevia, but the ginger ale covers up like the stevia taste.
Okay, I don't even know what stevia is, but okay.
Stevia is
better than aspartame.
Plant, and it's what they use in Japan to sweeten gum and stuff like that.
Oh,
and
like xylitol or whatever the fuck it is for
kind of
drugs, yeah.
But if you have too much of it, it tastes kind of like black licorice. So that's why I'm like, get ginger ale Zevia. I'll just buy you some, okay? I'll just drop some off. So
okay,
ginger ale will cover up kind of the funky sweetness, but like it's still bubbly and satisfying without all the sugar and the dye, because the dye messes you up.
Oh yeah.
If somebody can figure out Dr. Pepper Zevia,
there is one.
Business. Okay.
It's not going to be exactly the same, but it's still like, you like Dr. Pepper. That's your favorite.
That is my favorite. Yeah.
Okay. Well, I'll bring you.
It makes him feel important. Okay, so if Dino moves to LA,
makes me feel important.
Yeah. I drink Dr. Pepper because if Dino moves to LA and gets a nose ring and frosted tips, would I be the stunt double for Guy Fieri?
Oh, you could pull it off. I think right. So. Just imagine you doing like the Greek accent for like Guy's grocery games or something.
Flavor Town is right here, right now on the TV. Come on.
I quit smoking cigarettes at the same time. That must have been hard. Soda and cigarettes. What did you do?
Weed. He smokes weed. A lot of weed.
People use pop for soda. Oh yeah. Okay. The whole. Okay. This is the hierarchy: soda, pop, Coke for everything. That's the dumb one. That's the
yeah. Okay, if somebody says, "Oh, can I have a Coke?" and you bring them a Coke, they're like, "No, another Coke." I'd be like,
yeah.
"You're just
go fuck yourself." That's
they
dumb.
can't read. I believe those people can't read. Maybe they're from the bush. I don't know. But
I'm open to
the entire state of Georgia goes after Dino. Hair tinting with Dino and
cultures. I like to learn the regional language of saying pop or soda. I'm from LA, so I say soda. But my cousins in the Pacific Northwest said pop.
Oh, interesting.
So like, okay,
I'm kind of okay with it because like soda pop is the full thing, so you just picked one. But like, I can't do the Coke for everything.
Pop. No, of course not. But let's be honest: is that even when you say, "Oh, can I have a soda?" you sound ridiculous. May I have a pop? Shut up. Just tell me what you want, pick it, and that's what you're going to get.
They have a pop.
McDonald's say, "Can I have a pop?" No, I want a Coke, a Diet Coke, a Sprite.
Oh,
ridiculous.
So I used to teach high school, and there was a piece of crap student who named a character after me. Named a character Orchid who taught theater. which I don't know why the film department allowed this to happen.
Oh.
Somebody hated you. That's probably
they knew your first name.
Yeah,
it wasn't like Miss Cameron or something, or
nope. There was a character who was a theater teacher named Orchid.
Oh, and what is the minimum amount of money for me to get me to dye my hair Ronald McDonald red? We'll get back to that. Continue. You were saying? Sorry.
I think Alice would do it for $50.
No.
Wait. No.
I say 45. I think you do 45.
I need more.
I'm out for the wedding.
I'm $7,000 in debt. I'll do it for 10. How about that?
$10 or 10 grand?
10 grand. I'll do it for 10 grand. Look, if Murr from Impractical Jokers can shave his entire face, eyebrows included, for however much he's making on Impractical Jokers, I can dye my hair red for 10 grand.
If you shave your eyebrows, I'll EMT you $300 right now.
No.
Shave your eyebrows. No, it's not worth it. Your shampoo will go in your eyes when you take a shower.
It's that, and then like whatever the hell this thing is. It's like this is partially covered by the eyebrow. So
you'll look like Dr. Evil, like full.
Look, okay, so I've my new job is teaching kids, and so a lot of them asked about the star, and I always have a cutesy like I'm a pirate, I'm the chosen one, that kind of thing, shit like that. So
saving orphans from a burning building.
Good one.
You should say, I got it from practicing evil and pretend to comb a cat.
That's. I haven't done that one. I'm going to do that one next.
Yeah. Thank you, honey. I appreciate that. Guy Fieri. I would be Guy Fieri's stunt double easily. No problem.
I wish my fiance would watch this show.
But my wife is right here, and we're stuck in the UK.
Yeah.
It's
So I was telling you, so the fake Orchid character in the film was like she had a fake, like theater people with the accent, the fake British accent. She had that, which I would never fucking do. I'm very upset about that.
How old were these kids?
High school.
Okay.
And then
full ass.
But anyways, the overly dramatic Orchid, the theater teacher was like, I need a sparkling beverage. And I was like, fuck you. I don't even have sparkling beverages. I was like so mad at it.
I have pop.
I'm gonna start calling sparkling beverages just to piss people off.
Makes you be thankful for summer. That's
I was a size 0 at the time, so I was eating nothing even artificially sweetened. I'm like a size 4 right now, but size 0 means no even like bananas, like no even sweet fruit. Like I was so thin.
If you're a size 0, that's when people start saying, I think they had their ribs removed. You're like, what is happening? That's not anyone who like that. I'm like,
people will size 0, if people saw me in person, they were concerned, but I look great on camera. So
that's fair.
But it meant no flour products whatsoever. Like the 0 was no carbs. And no carbs for like 15 years. Now I eat whatever.
Listen, I had my first burger today for dinner, and I haven't had a burger. How long, honey? It must have been months. It's probably it must have been.
Was it a brioche bun? Did you have a brioche bun?
It was delicious, and I may go back later. I don't know. It depends. It's still early. It's only like 9 o'clock here. I might go I might do a bang bang for dinner because I'm on vacation. It's only
get that Taco Bell 4th meal. God, so stupid. What is the like dumbest thing you've done over summer break as a kid?
Lots of stuff.
Some people want to fight over it.
Sorry. Some people want to fight over it. I was Pepsi in San Antonio once, and the girl was like, 1 soda, and I sneered at me.
That's like the opposite of the Coke for everything thing. It's like you give them the specific, and then they go 1 soda. Weird. Okay.
Well, with San Antonio, would they have been mad if you were just not regional, like a local in general? Like anything you would have said, they would have been like, "You're not dressed like us. You don't talk like us." Would they have done it regardless?
I see that California license plate on your car, motherfucker.
See, but that's the thing is, like, in this day and age, when people are like, "Oh, you're not from around here," I'm like, "Okay, so you should be welcoming." That's called tourist dollars, and if you don't like that, you're stupid. That's that simple. Right, so shunning people for where they're from, you're like, oh, okay, well, you can go back to 1930 and get fucked. How about that? Yeah.
I'm becoming even more of a West Side Los Angeles by the minute. Like everything I do is more and more a stereotype of itself. Like not just that my name's Orchid and I teach yoga, but I just bought an electric vehicle.
That's something
that's full blown.
That shouldn't really be like a stereotype, though. That's like kind of what we have to do.
No.
To live in this world.
Yeah.
No, you're both wrong. You have to walk everywhere. That's the only solution. So, anyways,
you can't walk in LA. You can't walk in LA.
You can bike if they have the protected bike lane.
I have the protected bike lane right by my house, but I can only go to the beach or Sony Studio. I can't go anywhere else besides the beach or Sony Studio. So if I get a job anywhere else, I will get murdered on the bike.
Or just go on the sidewalk and get yelled at.
Is be on the bike, but have like a mace with you, just swinging it with one hand. So if a car comes, you just hit it, just and then slowly people realize Joey's in for 200 on the eyebrow shaving. That's 500 Atlas. Just an FYI.
You know what? 100th episode.
The mustache and keep the.
Let's do a GoFundMe for me shaving my eyebrows.
I'm okay with that. I have done 300 shows. My wife has seen 2. Yeah, well, my wife actually loves me. She's playing the long game, as they call it. She's waiting for me to die to make the money, but she's making me think, well, that way I don't change the names. She is very smart,
I dated a girl for like 4 months and she didn't come to a single show and we just had to break up over it. Like it was just like I even texted. I'm like, I don't know how to date you.
Yeah. Well, listen, like
the 21st century. I wish I knew how to quit you. I don't know how to date
you. Well, look, even Victoria, like my wife has asked, she's like, do you want me to come? And I'm like, no, I'm just practicing. It's an open mic. I don't know what's going to happen. I might fight somebody, whatever. Yeah. I don't need you there. Yeah. I'm like, when it's a show when people are paying, yes, invite all your friends and make them pay.
Yeah,
I'll make them laugh. I'll make fun of them. It's fine.
That's what I tell Katie. I'm like, you don't have to come unless it's like an important show at a place. Like if I'm at the Improv or something, come.
Yeah, come record it. I gotta put it on TikTok.
Just once a month. Come to my show once, maybe twice a month, but 0 times in 4 months. I'm like, we can't do this because my social time and my work time is the same thing. It's comedy, right?
Yeah.
I have no idea women's size outside of bra size. Like I'd be a size 55. Used to be a 23. I have no clue. Okay.
You only know bra sizes.
Even then, he's just large and not large. That's all he's got.
I know t-shirt sizes. That's it.
And
waist.
You only know A, B, C, D. That's the limit of your sizes.
No. Extra small, medium, large, XL, XXL.
She's talking about bra sizes. God damn.
No. It's your friend Joey.
Joey is saying bra sizes. A, B, C, D.
Yeah. Joey's the one who said I don't know sizes except for bras.
Yeah, because he's a gentleman. That's why. And also, too, trust me when I tell you this, he does not stop at D, and neither do I. That's why. We're both.
So I wear pullover style bras because I teach yoga. Right, I put it on like a shirt. I don't wear the hook style ones, but I almost have to disengage my shoulders to get it. I have like giant shoulders. I have to like acrobat my shoulders through it, and if anyone tries to take it off for me, it's just not going to come off. I have to like dislocate my shoulder to take it off.
I just imagine you like you go to take a shower, you take it off, you pop your shoulder back in, get in the shower.
I do. I have to just like take one shoulder in, take off the one shoulder of my bra, then like wiggle it around. But if I just try to straight take off any shirt, it stops at my shoulders because I'm like ripped. Like I have giant. My shoulders are wider than my hips, like how men are supposed to look, but women don't usually look that way. Like I can't wear lady coats, is what I'm saying. I have giant shoulders.
I feel like that's like a new age version of throwing down. You're like, if you weren't intimidated by the yoga I just taught, watch this. Dislocate my shoulders, you bastard. Like I feel like that's a tough flex. I love the ones.
Yeah, when I teach yoga, I actually don't do it full out because I don't want to intimidate the class into not trying. So there's not a lot of pictures of me like doing handstands and stuff like that because I don't want people to be like, oh, her class is too hard, I'm not going to go. Right. So less than I'm capable of, even while I'm teaching.
Yeah.
So I'll do like a modified version of it. But then every once in a while, if I feel like no one's listening to me, because I'm still a teacher, right?
Yeah.
I'll do something hard just to keep everybody humble, to be like, no, I am the teacher here.
Yeah.
I feel like that's followed by, oh, you can't do that? I can do that. That's why I'm up here.
I could do it on one hand and I could talk through it. That's just, you need me to show you that I could do it on one hand and talk through it?
That's horrible. One of my goals.
Dino, what is your exercise routine with your losing a whole 160 pounds?
Oh, well, basically is no sugar, no flour, and I fast quite a bit. OMAD most days if I'm eating at all. So usually I go from Sunday to Thursday with just water with lemon, and coffee and with cream. That's it.
Whoa.
Yeah, the longest I've gone is 111 hours. I felt fine, but at the same time, like I said, I'm still very fat, right? But I'm very fortunate in that I'm 6'2", and like yourself, I have very manly shoulders. So it works out that, and like the funny part is that even dropping so much weight, because like I went by Dino the Genetic Marvel because I was a Big Mac away from 400 pounds, but didn't have any titties, which is amazing. And then I had to change it from a Big Mac away from.
So sad.
Well, it's not, because I walk up to thin guys like my friend over here and go flick and go. He's like, it's great.
Sexually assault Atlas. That's uncool.
We've never met in person. We're supposed to meet in Cleveland, but no, motherfucker didn't get the shot in time.
Let's be very clear. Every man who has breasts, I will sexually assault that way and give him a little flick of the tit and go, "What's up, loser?" You know why? Because there are exercises you can do, and I'm sorry, I'm genetically superior because this is smooth. And now I've lost a person, and it's still smooth. I don't got any flaps or nothing, okay? That's amazing. So
I don't know what you're bragging about, because I am bi, so I like titties and dicks. So like you're not my type, Dino. That's all.
My wife doesn't share. That's fair. It's a good arrangement.
I started swimming for exercise because I got canned from my job, so I don't walk to work anymore. So started swimming, and
you look really healthy, Atlas. You're looking really healthy. Like your eyes look clear. You look really alert. You look healthy.
That might just be him not having a job. That's it. Just not having to work on a daily basis.
I have a job. It's just kind of slowly ramping up because it's like going from the end of the school year to like a summer camp thing. And there's weird like dip in between.
Are you doing mostly high school right now?
No, it's this after school program. Do you know Max Malecki, the comic?
Yeah, Max.
Yeah, so he referred me to it. Parker Anderson, it's called.
Nice. Yeah. That's nice. That's a fun gig. And what subject are you teaching?
They're currently kind of putting me on everything. I think so far it's sports. I've done soccer and football.
What? They're making you do sports and not animation like Max?
I don't want to do animation. I volunteer, like the thing, like, what do you want to do? And the first thing, they have like a Hogwarts class, and I was like, yeah, let's do that one. The Harry Potter nerds.
Yeah.
And then that one's apparently less common. So sports is the most common one. So they threw me on sports.
You're gonna teach sports? You're gonna teach sports, Atlas?
Yeah, which is really funny because I'm terrible at sports. I know how they work, but
that's fine.
Yeah.
Set up a camera.
Yeah.
For the class. I just maybe live stream it. Just see what happens. You don't know.
Oh my god.
Those opportunities only happen once, and I feel like if you don't get it on tape, the world would be a worse place.
It's gonna be that like 2 dates to the same dance thing where I'm trying so hard to not see them. Not trying so hard for them to not see me throw something, because it's not going to work out. Soccer, I've been able to get around because, like, anybody can kick, right? That's not hard to do.
Well, that's fair.
Yeah, and but when I was doing football, I was assisting another guy, and he like had me throw it to him, and I was like, "Thank God it's less than 20 feet," because that spiral was starting to come undone at the end there.
Oh, that's too good. I may, when I get back to Canada, I may be meeting Joey in Buffalo to meet up with Paul and as well, I might take a bus across Canada, the United States, just to come see Atlas and make fun of him. Maybe to videotape him teaching sports.
Yeah,
It'd be very exciting.
Yeah, except I'm not telling you where I'm going. I'm not gonna let you fucking see me.
You think you have to tell me? I will hunt you down. Like an
me and my friend were talking about making a sketch called for comics called Fat Fuck Yoga.
Nice.
You guys want to do Fat Fuck Yoga?
Listen, I still qualify. I still qualify because I have you know.
One comic I told the idea to, and he thought it was pointed at him. And he's like, "Don't call me that." And I'm like, "What? No, it's just fun."
No, if he said, "Well, don't call me that," be like, "Then don't be a fat fuck." Immediately stop.
Come to the yoga class and you can stop. And then,
if anything, you're welcome, you dipshit. Like that's not.
No,
he's very sensitive. The guy who cried.
He shouldn't do comedy. That he should go home and then.
He's my friend. He owns a comedy club, and I heard his feelings. And he's a very mean drunk. When he's sober, he's always nice. He's like super duper nice and polite, but he's like the meanest drunk I've ever met. You know the type.
So he's the Hulk, but for alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm getting drunk. You wouldn't like me when I'm drunk.
That's an ongoing theme with alcohol, I find. But you know,
I'm a very not angry, but just kind of like yelling. I'm a yeller of a drunk. Atlas is the epitome of fitness. I can see why you threw him in the gym. No, not at all. Like,
hold on, Orchid, have you seen Atlas high?
No. Should I?
I've heard there are mixed reviews, but it could be entertaining.
Max and Dan Grove have seen me at the highest I've ever been. So ask them if you want the full story.
Well, I see Atlas is a lot younger than me, so I feel like, oh, Atlas is my baby. I don't want to see him high.
It's like
I would feel responsible, is what I'm saying.
Yeah. Just hit up Max.
Responsibility. You pants him. You pants him as soon as he's really high, and that way he learns responsibility. You can't just be responsible for him.
You are telling me to do some pedophilic stuff right now to pants the baby. I'm not going to pants the baby, you weirdo.
Okay, this is the weirdest summary.
I don't want to see him high, and if I saw him high and then pulled his pants down, that is like twice sexual assault. Dino, what is your problem?
I didn't say you were supposed to pull them down and be in front of him. You be behind him so you show off what he's got. No. That's fine. That's not.
I am not removing Atlas's pants. I want to remain Atlas's friend, and I don't want to make his fiance feel like I'm trying to take off her man's pants. So there's like so many strikes against us. First, I don't want to sexually assault someone.
Good. Also, I wear a belt. You guys forget wear a belt. That's kind of a big
I bought this belt I'm wearing and it barely fit me in November. Now I'm 5 holes in and I have to stamp new holes. Trust me, belts mean nothing. I just cut it and boom, I'll pull your pants down. No problem. So trust me, take care of it. It'll be fine. Don't worry. Orchid, I'll make sure you're turned away. It's fine.
Oh my God, you guys. Yeah, so just hit up Max and ask what the lemonade incident is, and he'll tell you.
Yeah, I really like Max. He's very cool. He comes to my mic on Mondays pretty often.
Yeah.
Wait, so I remember correctly, Max is the one who's like, "Hey, what's up, Power Bottoms?" Was his intro.
Yes. Yeah.
He's great.
He says that.
Skinny guy with the long hair. Yeah.
Our guest, Max Malecki, and he's like, "What's up, Power Bottoms?" And I'm like, "What the fuck?" That was the start of the show. It was great. It was great.
That's hilarious.
I know.
25.
I'm 29, Joey. Only wears capri pants, not regular long pants.
I could see you being that.
We've met in person. You know what I wear.
He calls them jams.
Jams, though. Oh my God, I hate Joey so much.
Yeah, that's fair. Reasonable.
So Joey says he'll watch the yoga class, but won't take yoga. You won't take yoga with us?
He's he's an old school pervert. He just likes to watch. It's fine.
Oh, that's why he said you had me at tits.
There you go. Ta-da. Fun times.
The porn parody of Jerry Maguire.
Joey, I have a joke where I'm I'm like, I complain about this guy. I complain about a guy I don't like, but that I keep sleeping with. And I was like,
sorry.
So I was like, but he could have whatever he wants from me because he has a giant beard and a giant belly. I'm a Santa-sexual.
Dino, you finally found your niche.
No, that's and it's like, listen, I'm like, I got no titties. She's like, not interested. Also, I've lost most of my belly. She's like, absolutely double negative. Get the fuck out. It's like, all right. Fair enough. And I keep my beard fairly tight. And yeah, so sorry. That's apparently I am making this as yeah, that's fair.
So yeah, summer's my least favorite season. Oh
what?
my God.
Why?
Dino, put it away. Put it away. Yeah.
Tell us your embarrassing summer thing. What's your embarrassing summer thing?
Oh, my embarrassing summer thing. So I think I was like 8, but I was at like a summer camp. It was one of those summer camps where they do it at just like a school. And they're like, all right, nobody's here. We're doing like sports in the back part. We're not related to the school. It's just some sports camp. You know it's going to be bad because it was just a dude, right? Steve's sports camp.
Oh.
Yeah. This thing was sus as hell, but it was fun. Yeah. And while we were there, like, you had about like an hour in the afternoon where I think it was like, all right, an hour where just go do whatever you want. We'll be watching you. And then that's when parents come to pick you up. Right. Fair. So it was during that time where we were all little gremlins running off doing whatever. And part of the playground was that there were these blocks, like big wooden blocks. And we were like trying to like run over them, like jump over them. And I hooked my my foot on it and just wham into the blacktop and chipped this tooth. So for about a week after, I just looked like Mike Tyson.
You should have kept it to go with the scar, and people would be like, "Man,
Alex
is a rough guy."
Well, I was like 8 at the time, so this is really far back. But it was just so embarrassing. You get up, you're sobbing because you're 8, and you're like, "What happened?" And the kids are like, fucking face planted," and yeah.
Entertaining.
So Steve was like, "Oh man," he's like embezzling money. He's like, "Oh man."
And that was your grown-up tooth, not your baby tooth.
Yeah, it was. So part of this is a fake. Yeah. Atlas is showing the word sus, showing that he is hip, no cap. The stupid kids have like the lingo starting to get in my brain. Yeah.
Are you kidding? Listen, I can only imagine how much you would suffer at teaching younger people, Atlas, because I feel like you're gonna wear a leather jacket to class one day just to try and gangster's paradise it up. Like just be like,
in the middle of the summer. Okay, that'll work.
Yeah, I don't think you have a good process when it comes to fitting in with the cool kids. I'm sorry.
No, I don't.
So Atlas, I'm the opposite of you. Summer's my favorite. I like outdoors. I like the beach. I actually, if I'm in a sad mood, I'll go buy myself a new bikini. That's my anti-depressive activity, is to go buy a new. So if I'm sad, I'm like, I want to feel pretty, and I go buy a new bikini every single time. I have so many. I have more bikinis than like maybe dresses.
Wow.
And I don't really wear pants. I wear dresses all the time. Like I hardly wear pants. Dresses, flip-flops, bikinis.
It's fantastic.
Do you also get sunburn too? You like an easy sunburner? Yeah.
Very easily. I'm putting like SPF 150 on before going swimming. Okay, thoughts and bugs. Quit being sus and listen up, no cap. Joey, I will throw you into whatever Great Lake you live next to. I just fuck.
Where does Joey live? In
near Cleveland. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Orchid, my wife says
Victoria,
she likes
you buy new bikinis too?
No, she just buys stuff.
She just buys stuff?
Well, we got to this hotel today because we were in Manchester, then Leeds, and then we just got to London today. And there were how many? 7 packages waiting for us. And I'm like, All right, that's great. Thank you. And yeah, she's been buying stuff the whole time and just having shipped. Yeah.
You like jewelry and shoes. You like Victoria
jewelry and shoes.
Jewelry and shoes. Yeah, so I really resist jewelry a lot because I want to buy it, but I almost never wear it because I teach hot yoga. So right now, my curls are kind of sad because I'm in 100-degree heat teaching yoga, so I have to wash it twice a day. But normally have like nice curls.
Oh.
But I can't wear earrings because picture doing yoga in a sauna. Like that's my day job.
Wait, is it hot yoga?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So it's like 100 to 104 degrees in the room, right?
Oh,
and so
God.
like I can have beautiful curls, but then the heat goes and kills my curls. But I want to wear jewelry, but it ruins jewelry to wear it in the heat. So I want to buy jewelry, Victoria, but I don't have like I'm just taking 2 showers a day. So it's like jewelry gets, Dino, does that sound terrible to take 2 showers a day?
Yeah, definitely. That's for sure. Are you kidding me? I'm a barnyard animal. It's not.
I mean, I'm a morning shower, but I don't shower again unless something happened to you.
See, this is my skill set for the longest time has been I don't move enough to warrant multiple showers a day. Like they're like, hey, do you want to go for a walk? I'm like, absolutely not. Even now, like Victoria will be like, hey, let's go for a walk, and I'm like, or we could just not eat, and I'll just sit right here in the air conditioning and be totally fine.
Yeah, I buy skincare. I buy really expensive skincare, and for a while I was getting it like handmade stuff from this woman from Canada, and she lived on this beautiful like lakefront property. And her commercials, she's like sitting on like a little like pontoon looking thing, and she's like, "This is how you use my product," and she washes her face with her magical stuff, and like she's sitting in this pristine environment. And then she's like,
Dino
you only need to wash your face once. And I'm like, what? Like, even if I don't exercise, the smog in the air is just disgusting here. I don't live in some pristine, unpopulated place. I live in like the air is dirty. So it's like I have to wash my face twice a day, no matter what. Or I'm disgusting. Yeah.
Listen, even for like we were talking about this. My niece lives in Leeds, so we were visiting her. And
fun.
Yeah, and she was amazed. She's like, "Oh my God, you lost a whole person." I'm like, "I did. Thanks for noticing." Yes, I feel so pretty. But we were saying how like now we're in London, our boogers are completely black just because there's so much pollution here, right? Whereas when we were in Manchester, in Leeds and Manchester it was fine. In London, though, within the day, now everything's all black. So hold on.
Yeah.
Hold on. I'm missing all the comments here.
Yeah. So Dino is like, instead of walking, can we just puke?
Yeah. Do they really make them goats do yoga? That is a factual thing.
Oh yeah. So for hot yoga, if it's like, it's been a pretty cool summer in LA this year, but like last year where it was, fire season and the entire state caught on fire and whatnot. Do you just like have the room as is? Like, all right, welcome to hot yoga.
And open like, the windows, it'll heat up. You're fine.
Yeah.
Yeah, the heat, if the heat gets broken, people get mad. Like if we don't heat up the room, they'll be like, I'm not even coming to yoga then.
It's not yoga unless I can feel every individual organ because I'm so tapped in.
You know what? It's funny because I got a massage in Leeds because we're at the spa thing, and I did a hot stone massage. I hate the heat. And this is only now have I started to get used to it. And Victoria's like, you should try hot yoga. I'm like, I'll probably die. But I'm open to trying new things. Joey has a question. Orchid, what do you think about yoga pants for people who don't exercise? Do you have a problem with it?
I have a stand-up joke about it, Joey. So I'm like, I'm not into the athleisure thing. Like people wear yoga pants, like the new sweatpants. But that's my work uniform. I can't wait to get home at the end of the day, take off my tight clothes, and put on a cocktail dress and my stiletto heels. No, but honestly, I can't wait to not wear yoga pants. I hate wearing yoga pants. Like everything I'm wearing right now is loose. Like I kind of wear compression type clothes. Like I wear compression socks and compression, tight pants and bra. I only wear a yoga bra because it's heated, right? So clothes get really so disgusting. So I try to wear, it's basically like the size of a bikini that I do yoga in. And I don't mind if other people want to wear yoga pants for fun, but I just won't do it. I just don't want to do it. So if people want to wear yoga pants all day, fine. I just would never do it because it's my work uniform.
Being in the UK, I'm going to voice it and say, hey, people need to start wearing normal pants. Just wear pants. Just stop with the yoga. Just okay.
Well, I honestly do. I wear dresses all the time. So, and I'm a world traveler. So like I'll go to other countries and just have a backpack and not a rolly suitcase. Cause you know, like, you know what it's like in Europe, it's a lot of cobblestone. So I don't like rolly suitcases. I like to just have one backpack. I'll just take one backpack for like 6 weeks at a time. But what I do is I wear dresses and I get the super thin type of thermal underwear. So I'll wear a dress, and if I get cold, I'll wear like thermal underwear leggings and under my dress. But I and then like maybe one coat that's like rainproof. But that's it. I don't carry a lot of stuff with me. I'll have like two dresses, one yoga outfit, one pajama. That's it. One backpack for weeks at a time.
You should hire a service. My wife, she refers to me as El Burro and just loads me up with a system of luggage, and it's fine.
Oh, you too?
Well, listen, and the best part is I tell her, I'm like, listen, you can't ask me to be in the front and carry all the stuff. You have to go in front to break the way. And then she gets mad at me because I get mad at her, and I'm like, hey, you're not helping. She's like, well, I can carry it. I'm like, number one, no, you can't. Let's just stop. And she's like, I want to help. I'm like, yes, I need you to help. Get in front. She's like, well, I don't want to lead. I'm like, then why are you helping? We've been arguing about it regularly.
Something like this happened a couple of days ago where Katie and we cleaned out her car, and then we carried like the stuff that we were putting back in the house upstairs, and then trash can. And we live next to a Goodwill donation center, so the rest to Goodwill. But when I got up, like it was heavy, all that stuff. So I got up there, I put it down, and I'm like panting, out of breath. And then she's like, "You're making me anxious." I'm like, "Why?" And she's like, "I don't know, because you're out of breath." I'm like, "For that, it was heavy. What are you talking about?" And she's like, "I don't know, like just sometimes my dad, like he has heart problems, and like seeing him like that, makes me anxious." I'm like, "Okay, I get that, but also, was he carrying an entire car's worth of junk up 2 flights of stairs?"
So was she complaining like she was triggered that you're
kind of a little bit?
What you should say is like, yeah, but can your dad do this? And be like, bam! And just start posing like Hulk Hogan. She'll just be like, oh, I'm being ridiculous. Yeah. My wife says she's 80 but has the skin of a 25-year-old. She agrees with skincare as well. It's very important to her.
Yes.
She makes fun of me because I just take steel wool and rub it on my face. And I'm like, listen, I'm trying to show up. I want to get a scar like Atlas's, but like on the other side and be like, now we're twins.
Yeah, you're supposed to put sunscreen on this so it doesn't get brown over time.
Forget that. I make a lightning bolt out of it. Like, come on.
I'm
gangster one. Harry Potter.
Expelliarmus. Yeah.
I was born in the industrial Midwest. Smog is just life.
When you said black boogers, that episode title, by the way.
Ew.
Oh
yeah.
Listen,
no, do not call that this episode that. Please do not.
Fine.
Like, what part of it is it offensive so we know what to change?
No, I'm probably just gonna do some variation on 100 because it's 100.
People are just driving down the road.
On the road in LA last year, dude. That is literally what happened. Awesome. I was like, there was a part where I was on the 405 and just the pass next to me was just aflame. It was crazy.
That's terrifying.
Because they were closing down the freeway behind me as I went. So like, people weren't supposed to be there, but I was just like, I'm just going through. I'm going through a flaming vulva, basically, of the 405 of the Sepulveda Pass, like the Springfield tire fire, kind of. Yeah. Feels more
funny. Painful. I love that. Your name is Atlas, like a god, and you're being born through a flaming vulva.
It's like
I started watching that anime, Record of Ragnarok, which is pretty wacky. Have you seen it, Orchid?
The anime? No, I haven't.
Okay. So it's all the gods throughout history, so like Hindu gods, Greek gods, Norse gods, all of them, decide that they're collectively done with humanity. They're like, we're killing them all. And then the Norse Valkyries are like, no, wait, give them an opportunity to fight for their life. We're going to hold a tournament. Because anime. And so they pick like one representative from humanity and then one, deity, and they get to fight each other. And to make it an even playing field, all the Valkyries transform into like a divine weapon to give the humans an edge.
Okay.
So so the first one is they have Lu Bu from the Three Kingdoms from China versus Thor. So that's pretty cool. And then they start getting a little weird with it. So they're like Lu Bu, then Adam from Adam and Eve, and then Jack the Ripper
is one of the gods.
One of the human reps.
Hey! It didn't say the good humans, just
people
who could kill really good. That's a different skill.
And like I'm looking at like the list of like who's on the rest of these, and I'm excited for. They're gonna have the White Death, the Finnish sniper from World War II, as one of the human representatives. I'm like, this is gonna be awesome.
But he's in a ring. It doesn't make any sense.
Well, no, they changed the field. So like for Jack the Ripper, it looks like downtown London.
Joey wants to know, Orchid, if you think you could beat the crap out of us in 2-on-1 kickboxing match. I'm not sure if you get to be two people at the same time taking on one of us, or if it's us two against you. I don't think Atlas can fight.
I think those two against me. So obviously, I would beat Atlas with a flashing light. That would...
Yeah, that's true.
And then I would just take a burger and be, hey, Dino, over there. Yeah. And then I'd win the fight. I'd win the fight, Joey.
I just imagine you pay off the ring guy. You're like, okay, on my signal, do this with the lights really fast. And then, Is the SNL skit The Californians an accurate representation of life in the Valley? I have to rewatch it. It's been a long time.
He's right. Atlas is a god. I don't know what you did over there in Cleveland, but apparently they have high hopes. They're talking about your wiener and you're a god, all sorts of things.
We're talking about Atlas's wiener.
Cole did. Cole was like, Atlas has a massive wiener, apparently.
What?
Yeah. Who knew?
I'm cutting this out. I am cutting this out of the episode.
I don't know where Atlas goes.
Wherever you get your podcasts. Yeah.
I do 3 wheat gummies. Perfect.
That's hilarious.
At the end of the episode? So he can like go into the rest of his life with...
Atlas ends our show and then starts something else. It's like, let's keep partying. So
yeah.
So, we haven't answered anything.
When did Cole bring this up? Don't cut it out, Atlas. This is hilarious.
Oh yeah, that was I think that was on Joey's show because they went to go to see Joey. We did a show and then Joey did his show, and we were guests on there. But I couldn't make it because they stopped letting degenerates into America. They said we use homegrown degenerates. We don't need imported degenerates, and so. But yeah, it was apparently he's like, yeah, Atlas got a hammer. I'm like, what? What happened?
Why did Cole see the hammer? I'm curious. Why was Cole even involved?
It's like a cheese wheel. The Ron White thing. It's.
I used to call a buddy tuna can. That's fine. It's.
Gross. You guys are all disgusting. I still love that during Joey's show, like because it's filmed, right, for his too. I am visibly like uncomfortable and pissed off the entire time.
Probably because Cole kept on trying to touch your wiener.
There's that, and I was hangry too because I hadn't eaten in like 6 hours, and I was like, I'm gonna kill someone.
And then if you walk into Joey's garage where he films most of the time, the walls are so permeated with THC that it just seeps into your skin.
So it just made me hungrier. And then get me to a Carl's Jr. post haste if you value your skin.
That's fantastic.
Sorry, Katie and I watched Evil Dead Rise a couple nights ago.
Fair enough.
Yeah, weird spoiler. But yeah, holy crap! 100 episodes of Generation Dan.
Yay!
Yeah.
And probably at least 90 of those episodes we've started with a theme and
then
not
stuck to it at all.
Summer theme episode. We're talking about bikinis and embarrassing. Atlas said he doesn't like summer because he broke his tooth, and Dino is in London where there is no summer. We all have
exactly accurate. It's amazing.
I think one of my best summers, though. I know we're wrapping up, but one of my best summers. I was 8 years old, and I went to Hawaii, and I still remember it like it was yesterday. Like I remember almost every minute of that trip because it was like magical. Like I snorkeled, and all the fish are so bright fluorescent colors. And then after that, I snorkeled in Catalina, in that's off an island off of Southern California, Catalina. And the water was brownish gray, and all the fish were brownish gray. It was so disappointing to go from. It was like Wizard of Oz when it goes from black and white to color, but like
in reverse.
Yeah, it was reverse Wizard of Oz. I'm like, oh, these shit.
You show up with a fish, and you were there, and you were there, and you were there, but you looked better.
There you go. It's almost 4:20 on the East Coast. Absolutely, everyone enjoy.
So thank you to everybody who's listened, both old and new listeners. Here's to, as Joey said, here's to 40 more. Here's to 420 more. And
hey, Victoria, hit me up on Instagram. Message me on Instagram. We should be friends and talk shopping.
This is going to be awesome. So, Orchid, where can people find and follow you and all that good stuff?
My website is orchidcameron.com, and that's where my schedule is of what town I'm in. I'm also looking to tour. So if you're in a faraway land, far away from Southern California, hit me up and I'll come to your town. And you can follow me on Instagram at Orchid Cameron, OrchidCameron. That's the only one. I only have one. It's Orchid Cameron. There's at least 2 fake Orchid Camerons. There used to be an Orchid Cameron private, which is not me either. There's enough fake Orchid Camerons, but look at the Orchid Cameron that has the most posts on it. That one's the real me. And then I'm also all my names on like Twitter, YouTube, it's all at Orchid Cameron. I will come to Cleveland, Joey. I'm coming to Cleveland for sure.
Yeah, let me come. I want to come again. Let me.
Hey,
Alice, are you gonna feature for me headlining? Should we go together?
Let's do it.
Dude,
I could do security and carry bags. I'm happy to do
it in the fall or something. Yeah,
dude, I can't wait to make this Cleveland thing happen.
Yeah, why not?
Alice, come over today or tomorrow, and we'll plan out the trip.
Okay.
Great.
So thanks everybody for listening. You can find us on Twitter at Generation Dan or on Instagram at Generation_Dan. Find me at Atlas Novak, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, or on YouTube. It's the Epileptic Comic. It's all sketches about being epileptic. There's other stuff in there though. But thanks everybody for listening. Where can they find you, Dino?
Dino the Genetic Marvel. Google me, or eat shit and die. I don't care, whatever. If you're not gonna meet me at least a little bit of the way, we're not gonna get along. That's just fair.
Wait. Just to be clear, Genetic Marvel is just because you don't have tits. That's the only reason you're genetic.
That is literally why he calls himself that. Yes.
Listen, at that size, remember, you have to understand, I was I like, even paperwork has changed now that I travel. I don't have to fill out livestock forms and stuff like that. It's a very different experience.
Hilarious.
Listen, people aren't afraid to sit beside me on planes. It's a weird thing that's happening. It's very peculiar. So
that's funny. Well, thank you guys for having me.
Yeah. Thanks everybody for
on your 100th episode. Yeah.
Thank you for coming on, Orchid. Thank you everybody for listening, and we'll see you next time. Bye everyone.